Hello? Can y'all hear me? Let's go. Take that stream starting soon off. Hey, excuse me. I didn't even drink. Yeah, that's what happens when I don't talk all day. How are y'all doing? Is this S2FM Alex? Yes. Cool. Hello, gamers. Hello. Someone commented on the video I just uploaded that, should stream me animating. And I was like, oh yeah, I haven't done that in like forever. So, do that now. So we just gonna chill, and I'm just gonna animate. G-Man speaking, which may not be the most interesting thing in the world, but it is what I'm working on right now, so.
Occupied.
Thank you, Justin Cruz, with the funny Joker profile picture to single-handedly convince Koei to stream. I didn't even realize he had that. I think it'll be doing like a white flash here, so I don't need to put that much effort. Y'all want to see what I got so far on this animation? Some of it I've already shown if you're in my Discord, but... Hello? Hello, Chillax. Yes. Sure. Let's go. Yes, please. Alright. Spline this real quick.
Duh.
Oh, let me pause the music real quick. How loud was that music, by the way? Was that good, or should it be louder?
Duck.
Oh, I have everything selected. That's why it's lagging. There we go. Get off.
Dr. Freeman. I realize this moment may not be the most convenient for a heart-to-heart, but I had to wait until your friends were otherwise occupied.
That's what I got so far. Komegatze is a very good S2FM man. Thank you. Hi Komegatze. Hi John Swag. I'd like to turn up the music a bit more. Oh. There you go. Too smiley, but otherwise looks really good. Yeah, I'm probably gonna tone that down. I think, if I remember correctly, with lighting on, it's a lot less smiley looking.
Dr. Freeman. I realize this moment may not be the most
Just a little bit
convenient
less.
for a heart-to-heart, but I had to wait until your friends were otherwise.
He does smile a bit during it, but maybe not as much. The heck is this? I am animating G-Man's heart-to-heart speech from Half-Life 2 episode 2. Looks way better with lighting, okay. Yeah, what are all those brown lines? I don't know much about of the SAM process? Brown lines? I don't know what you mean by that. G-Man doesn't need autotune, yeah. It means on the timeline? Like the ones that are kind of measured like a ruler? Or does he mean like... Because these lines aren't brown, these are blue. Oh, unless he means what I selected, which are brown. Oh, these? Is it this? Is this what you mean by brown lines? Let's see who said that. Sir Bork. Those are, you kind of control it. It's hard to explain. I barely ever use them, but they can be pretty important, especially if you're, if it's not like the animation's not splining the right way. So, it's kind of like you kind of control how the animation ramps in speed, I guess. How it ramps in speed and how much at a certain time. It's hard to explain if you don't like understand. Like, even if you do understand how it works, it is hard to explain. So I can kind of, you can see it controls like the curve here. So I can make it so that it goes way down, and you can make it so the flex, so something like a flex can go past its most extreme, so it can go like, which I wouldn't recommend, but you can do that. Intensity, basically? No, this is intensity. Because if you were to move this here on the keyframe, it does control intensity, but it's like, okay, so if it's straightforward like this, how it was originally, it's gonna be point A to point B, like normally, but if you were to do it like this, and then, oh wait, hold on, like this, and then also stretch it, no, this one doesn't stretch. That would, okay, that's fine. Like this, then you have it sort of bounce back. So it goes that far, and at the top of that curve, that's kind of out of view right now. There you go. At the top of this curve, that's when it's like the strongest. And then down here, where this one curve right here is further down, is where it's at the weakest. So you can change, like, in between the keyframes, how strong and how weak that is, instead of on the keyframes themselves, which, as you can see, in both of these keyframes, it's not nearly as strong as it is here. So that's what that's for, but I don't feel that I often need to use that, so I'm going to leave it at default.
There was a
Because I
time.
don't need it to do that. How do you do such a good job reference video? Yes, most of the time. For things like face flexes, what I'm doing right now, I'm referencing, uh, oh, hey, NVC. You can kind of consciously reference your own mouth movements without even looking at a recording of yourself, to like understand like what sounds he's making would make certain mouth movements. Usually you have to do it with reference, which is what I did when I first animated this like a while back for a different video. But this time I'm pretty much only using my how my mouth feels in real life, and I was like, okay, if my mouth feels like this when I'm making this sound, then that's what it would look like. So you kind of do it almost subconsciously the more you do it. In that case, Blender would be more useful. Technically, yes, if you want it to one-to-one, but I don't want my animations to be like one-to-one with the reference. Because if it's like one-to-one with something that's already an animation, because then it feels like copying to me. I don't know how anybody else feels about that, but if it's not like something someone's doing in real life, like if it's someone else's animation work that you're referencing that closely, with like a layer in the background, that's like the same thing, then it just feels like copying to me. Isn't Half-Life a special... Oh, you mean like, doesn't Half-Life have a system that moves lips already? Yeah, but it's not the greatest, and it's not very smooth either. If you see it try to work on higher poly models, it doesn't work as good as you think it would. Hand animating it is better. SFM by now is sadly dated. I mean, yeah, but I'm using Source 2 Filmmaker, which is way newer. It is still dated, but like I still can do a crap ton of stuff that would take me way longer to do in Blender. Even if Blender can do better stuff overall. Is FSTFM harder than SFM? No, I would say it's easier, but the animation-wise, no, it's not harder. It is easier because there's less lag. And it's... I guess you could say it's easier to do lighting with, because things like subsurface scattering you have to fake in Source 1. Have you tried blocking in Blender? Yeah, I have. I don't remember what animation I did that used Blender. It's not one I uploaded. I'm talking for single shot renders? Well, yeah. But still, even a lot of single shot renders I could do faster in SFM. Mostly because I already have the assets to do it, right? I guess if I were making something from scratch, then yes, Blender would be better, but if I wanted to make a Half-Life animation, Source 2 Filmmaker all the way.
was a there was a there was a
Do you like S2FM's UI from what I can see here though? I mean it's the same as Source 1. I don't see anything different myself.
there was a time there was
Not honestly though, I gotta admit it took me more time to figure out SFM than Blender. I'd say the opposite happened for me.
there was a time there was there was a there was a time there there was
S2FM is technically not free. Yeah, I mean if you want the best version right now, yes, it's not free. There is like Dota 2, Steam VR, Sandbox if you have a key. And oh, Aperture Desktop, you can kind of there's like a they kind of hacked the Source 2 tools in there. It's not really practical right now, but none of them are really as good.
there was a time there was time
Hello, funny animator. How are you? I'm doing good.
time time time
We'll play Gmod. Alright, see ya.
time
Hi. Hello, Red.
At a time they cared. There was a time they cared nothing. The time they cared. Not time. They died. At a time they cared nothing. Time they cared nothing. Time they cared not. At the time they cared nothing. There was a time they cared not. Time they cared nothing. At the time they cared nothing. There was a time. They cared. They cared nothing. Nothing. Nothing for missing.
That all the Half-Life games recently finished Half-Life 1 today and going to Opposing Force soon. Really excited. Fun. Blue Shift better? So true. So true. NVC based? Is that an unironic take? Because based?
Cared nothing for cared nothing. Cared nothing for nothing.
What's great about creating keyframes for certain sounds that are hard to make a mouth movement of. What's that? I can just copy what I already did over. And here's the F sound.
Nothing for me. Thing for thing for
I have immense patience animating stuff like this. Y'all. Bottomy Blues, your name sounds familiar. I don't know if you've been in my streams before, if I saw... Or if you're in my Discord. You're probably in my Discord. My goodness. I am really glad y'all can't see my Twitter account. Not my Twitter account, but my Twitter feed. It's cringe. And Discord, okay. Starting 9th grade and just hack my T-84. Okay. I'd give up on the first 12 frames. I mean... You just give up that quickly, you're not gonna get any better. What's on it? Coomer stuff. That I have to keep clicking not interested in. No stuff? Yeah. Guys, I swear, being horny is a really good personality trait, and I'm definitely not obnoxious.
He cared nothing for Miss. Cared nothing for. Nothing from. Cared nothing for Miss. Cared nothing for.
How long does the average animation take to finish completely? Average animation usually the time it takes is usually correspondent with the time how long it is. So if we're talking about like my 15 to 30-second animations I usually make, it's like a couple of days to a week, depending on the complexity. Sometimes they can be like I can finish them in a couple hours if they're really simple. Is this SFM or S2FM? It's S2FM. You ever try Magic? Yeah. Will you ever try Madness Combat? I'm not sure. Enemy's really fast at this. I'm glad, because sometimes I think I'm too slow at it.
They cared nothing for Miss. Nothing for me. For Miss, nothing for Miss. They cared nothing for Miss. Maybe
I don't even need this keyframe.
For Miss, nothing for Miss. Nothing for Miss.
It looks super weird when transitioning from this to this.
For Miss.
We'll just make the other keyframes next and see if that fixes it.
Nothing for Miss. Nothing for Miss. Nothing for Miss. For me. Nothing for Miss. For Miss. They cared nothing for Miss. For missing. For nothing for Miss. Nothing for Miss.
There you go.
Nothing
That's a
for
little
Miss.
better. Animating or loving me back. You punch. I do not think I can do that, my friend. Will you ever get to the White Forest base to launch Magnus and Satellite? Hopefully. I've always wanted to learn SFM, but I could never get around to learning. Well, I got around to learning. So glad you're doing this. I love the one where you recreated the Half-Life 3 artwork. Yeah, I remember doing that. I feel like that was the last time I streamed me doing something in SFM. Can someone make automated transitions of all two letter combinations so you could just search one to make the mouth instantly get that formation? If I had, I'm pretty sure Blender has a thing to do that, and S1FM had that. Source 2 Filmmaker, I think, has it as well, but it broke in Source 2 Filmmaker, so I can't use it. I can't, like, save phonemes, if that makes sense. Okay, Spring Jewel, we get the joke. Do not spam, please. Should animate Metal Gear Rising instead of Raiden, Scorn Freeman instead of Metal Gear. It's a Strider. I think that'd be really awesome. Yeah, I think it would be too. Okay. Dudes be acting like I don't have the chat on the second screen.
They cared nothing for Miss Lim. They cared nothing for Miss Van Miss Simov.
I could be copying the other ones, which I probably should. Dude, you don't have the chat on the second screen. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Oh, thank you for the... I assume... What does CA dollar stand for? Thank you for the 5 of whatever currency that is. Canada dollars? That's... Okay, it is Canadian. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Nothing for Miss.
Like, sure exactly how I found this channel, to be honest. Not sure either. My next guess was California dollar, but that would sound really stupid, so I didn't say it.
They cared nothing for Miss Van.
Canadian dollars are shit. Well, I appreciate it anyway.
Miss Van. Nothing for there was a title as a
Out here in New Vegas.
cared
Yeah.
nothing for Miss Van. Miss Van. So there was a time they cared nothing nothing for Miss Van.
Oh, that looks weird. I'm at least streaming fun hangout with watching some in the process of a good day or night, everyone. Me too. New California Republic Fallout Dollar. Coming out here in New Vegas. Me watching Komegatze kill EZP in Fallout New Vegas multiplayer. I did not do this. G-Man biting his lips so hot. The hell? Y'all are off the loop for that. Spirit in my recommended lol. That's good. I'm glad I'm appearing in other people's recommended.
For Miss Vance.
Ah, much better. I'm gonna have to look back at the... because I'm not sure what face he makes here.
Bar coming experience of human cared nothing for Miss Vance.
Alright, have fun. You too.
When
G-Man has a mustache? I mean, he has... You can tell he has facial hair. To some degree, he's shaved, but... technically, he could grow out a beard if he let himself. But it's not really a mustache.
Miss Vance. Miss Vance. When
Imagine how G-Man as an emo would look like. I know what Alex Vance would look like as an emo. There's actually a mod for that.
when
Like Goth Alex or something like that. On your channel because Corey Leto and the Hate Champ did. So cool. That was a fun video to animate. Earlier you're talking about how the SSS on normals, SFM models are not possible or something. There's actually a VMT command that's some shoddy SSS normal SFM models. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's still not as good though as Source 2 filmmakers. Like you said, it's shoddy. It's cool that they got that though. That actually surprised me when I first saw that. How much have you done in these 47 minutes? Has it been 47 minutes? I mean, I can attribute the time wasted to me talking. I've been talking more to animating, honestly, but I've done this much.
There was a time they cared nothing for Miss Vance. When their own...
That's how
There
much
was
I've
a
done.
time they cared nothing for Miss Vance.
There was also like the 5 minutes that the stream was starting, so if we take out how much I was talking, which is probably at least 10 minutes, another 5 minutes, I've only been animating for 30 to 35 minutes. Progress is progress, so true. Yeah, it's super weird. You gotta mess with it a ton to get it a little close, yeah. Yeah. And even Source 2 SFM does have its problems, but if you know what you're doing, it'll look so nice. Like here. Here, let me show it. There you go. You can see some of the SS here. I think on some of the Half-Life Alyx models, they made it a bit strong. I think on G-Man, it might be just a bit too strong. Because if you look at it, at him in the ending scene for Half-Life Alyx in the Void, spoilers, you can see a subsurface scattering other than his ears and nose is just a bit too strong. What bugs does S2FM have? There's a couple. A lot of it's like stuff you can kind of like get around, or it's just like stuff that makes you have to do stuff a little bit slower. I do not feel like listing them off because well, I just don't. Those pores, yeah, the pores. Very detailed. Oh. Let me adjust the camera so you can actually move it. You can actually move it closer. Those pores, though, start to lose their detail when you get close, but from this distance, like, zam. I think I love the eye detail the most on most of these models. Especially when you can see, like, the little slick of like wetness you see under his eyelid. Just the tiny bit. There's just a tiny little glint. That's so much detail. There's no way you'd be able to see that in VR, but I'm glad they put it there. Because when I'm making animations where you have to get close to his eye, it looks so good. I'm pretty sure Source 2 Filmmaker ports or Source 2 to Source 1 Filmmaker ports remove that detail because they can't replicate how it looks in Source 1. It probably just looks bad. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. There you go. We can now brainstorm what type of razor G-Man canonically uses, yeah. I want a dono, but I can't find my wallet. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. Take as much time as you need to find your wallet if you really want to, but...
Nothing for Miss Vance.
Can you add a town cannon, please? To what? Face. Yeah, I'm not reading that out. So can you not? There are minors in the chat. Please refrain from post. Also, YouTube probably doesn't like that either. Posting inappropriate stuff in the chat. Thank you, Seattle. Unless someone else deleted it, which could have been Punchline. If that was the case, thank you, Punchline.
When they're only
Thank you, whoever deleted it. There you go. I have sensitive eyes. Yeah, you might blind the sky. So be careful next time.
When they're
What are you making? I'm animating the Half-Life 2 Episode 2 G-Man speech.
when they're only
You're late. Somebody already animated that. I mean, that's not the only thing. This is a part of a much bigger thing. But just because someone already animated it doesn't mean I can't. Plus, as much as I like that animation, I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. There's a few things that I think they could have done better.
Dr. Freeman. I realize this moment may not be the most convenient.
See with this lighting.
Dr. Freeman.
Like someone else mentioned that a problem mine was having just a little bit was that he was smiling too much, and that animation he was smiling way more. Like he would not stop smiling in that animation. And his head movement was moving all over the place where it's like G-Man doesn't really talk like that. He's very subtle in all the things he does.
Dr. Freeman.
People choose different styles. Yes, I agree, but if he was doing a recreation, I'm saying it was not as accurate. Is my point.
Dr. Freeman. I realize this.
Of course, the accuracy is not too great here either, mostly because Half-Life 2's like face flexes were much more limited. So to interpret that face movement is like pretty hard, I guess. so I do agree that you're gonna have to take some creative liberties. Um, yeah, I have nothing against that person, and the gripes I have against their animation is just like nitpicks, really.
I realize this moment may not be the most
But
convenient.
I'm not creating this animation to one up him or anything. I mostly want to do it for practice because this is very good lip sync practice. And second of all, it's part of a much bigger animation. So
I realize
it kind of just
this
happens to
moment
be in
may
there.
not be the most convenient for a heart-to-heart, but I had to wait until your friends were otherwise occupied. Occupied.
The way his Josh, oops, the way he just Josh shuts there is kind of stiff. Stop that. Stop. Why is it selecting that? Quit that.
Occupied.
He shuts his jaw too fast is the problem.
Occupied.
I have no idea what he's talking about. I'm talking about another animator who recreated this scene that I'm recreating right now. Someone said, "Well, somebody already did this." PC's lagging so much, gonna have to close the stream. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, I assume BB means be back. Okay, so I guess you're back now. NVC, I've restrained myself from watching your videos because I don't want to spoil myself on 21st Century Half-Life 2 or something like that. Because the stuff I've seen is so funny. And I'm like, okay, I gotta like stream this whenever it comes out, so I'm not spoiling myself. Ooh, what guy? They deleted their YouTube channel for some reason. I can't remember what the reason was, but the video's been uploaded. Here, I'll link the video because I think it is pretty cool. Let's see. I think they wanted to take a break from YouTube, or they were accused of something. I have no idea. That's the video. So it is pretty cool. Especially in Source 2, back in 2020, people didn't really know much about it, so considering they were able to do this much and understand how lighting works in this one, like this early, because this is re-uploaded, and I'm sure they made that before April 25th. Let's see, is this description? Okay, so it's not made by the same person. They just copied the description over from their re-upload, or deleted video, whatever. You get my point. That's an IP grabber? No, it's not. What is this? Recreating the episode 2 speech. And I was just saying, like, not necessarily that I could do better, but there are some things in that animation that could have been done better. And I'm not animating this to one up that person.
There was a time they cared nothing for Miss Vance, when their only
think they used mocap for the video. I think they did too, which is almost weirder because thinking about how much they had, either their mocap, whatever they were using to mocap was making their movements more extreme than it should have, or someone was actually like moving their head like that, and I just can't think of anybody realistically moving their head like that when they talk. But it is smooth enough that I definitely think it's mocap.
When they're only experience.
Which I probably will not do mocap for mine. I think I'm gonna hand animate it. What do I think of that you and Gordon has not been hugged? What do I think about the video that I made? I enjoyed making it and I like how it came out. Do you watch Crazy Scout Fin animations? Yes, I love them. Very good.
Only
Any tips for a wannabe TF2 SFM animator? Not for TF2 in particular. Watch SFM tutorials. There's a series by TTMR. Learn the basics of animation through different YouTube videos. Use reference. Have you tried animating the Half-Life Alyx dog model? I have, but only like at extreme. Either movements so simple it was like in a meme video where he was his root was the only thing moving. I only show minor stuff, by the way. Oh, that's good. I want to see as much as I can, like firsthand in the mod itself. And then after I'm finished the mod, I'll watch your videos because I think you post other stuff that aren't in the mod.
When they're only
Yeah, but the Half-Life Alyx dot here. I want to show you guys this. There is a big problem with Dog's model, as detailed as it is, as cool as it is, as well animated as it is in Half-Life Alyx. Okay? See, if I put like let's see, an animation that Valve made, that isn't like a test animation. Okay. So look at this. Oh, hold on. Look at how cool he is, right?
When they're only.
And then you look at all his bones. Like, oh no. Oh no. This wasn't animated in SFM, was it? They did not animate this in this program, did they? They have custom rigs that did not transfer over. Okay, what if I want to move his head, alright? Hold on, this says Fizz mode 1. Okay, if we wanted to rotate his neck, okay, that's, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this little piston thingy, okay, well, I can just fix that. I know I can't, apparently. Yeah, is that even angled correctly? When it isn't? Okay, let me... let me just count for that. All right. Okay. So I rotated his neck. Okay. Let me rotate his head. Oh, that's not his head. All right. Let me just move that out of the way. His head. Oh, that's a that's a problem. Okay. Let me adjust for this. Oh, this one's called his head, but it doesn't actually move anything. Well, that stinks. Well, uh, 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 this? No. Okay. His arm? Oh, that's not his arm. Which one is his arm? Is it? Ooh, nope. Okay, nope. This one? No? This one? Ah, there it is. That's his arm. Okay, you see what I mean? Do you get my point? Dog is not animatable in Source 2 unless you want to go through hell. That is why you don't see any animations other than like what Valve made already, is because this is what it's like. This is what it's like to try to animate Dog. He's cool. I want to animate him, but he doesn't have like a rig made for animating in Source. I'm sure they have like a Blender rig where he just moves his arm and all the rest of the bones move correctly. But it's just not something that is just available to us. I hope someone can somehow do that and then just port like a better version of the bones of his skeleton or whatever so that I can animate it. But yeah, that's why nobody's doing that. Alright, let me catch up with the chat because I was ranting about Dog. Comments in the G-Man heart-to-heart speech re-upload are confusing. Are they? I don't know. Looks fine to me. Did Valve actually care about S2FM? A little bit. But it wasn't like, oh yeah, we want to give you guys S2FM. It was more like, we want to give you the guys the modding tools, and S2FM was kind of in there. And we did use it to make the trailers. But, you know, that's about it. Of your Freeman Show Truman parody. Thank you. Good idea? What do you mean good idea, THG? Also, hi. Can you make G-Man twerk like no? A motion capture suit already and get in front of the green screen already. Oh, my bad. Fix the dog model with RSFM? Are you gonna do that? PhD. If you do that, I will pay you $20. I will literally pay you $20, and you do not. If you do it, I will pay you $20, and you do not have a say in it. I only say $20 because I'm kind of broke right now.
When they're only
That sounded exactly like a Minecraft villager.
where they're only when
Oh, the... Where is it? Not really. Unless you're thinking of a different one. Unless it was a I made. You'd have to completely re-rig Dog's model. Not necessarily. You just have to fix most of the weird mechanical stuff. Because a lot of the bones can stay right where they are.
When they're only more than their own legs.
Sorry for the random ASMR, guys. My bad. I was just trying to make the sound because I don't normally you don't usually say words that have the sound in it, so I was like, what does that look like? No, please continue. Alright, well, now that you said that, I'm definitely not. By the way, THG, you have my word. You can pull up the stream if you want when you get that dog re-rigged. If I say oh, I didn't say that, but I won't say I didn't say that. I will give you $20 if you do that. ASMR channel or else. No. Jimin only when he breathes. I'm sure there's a video for that already.
Only experience.
Just joined. What program is this? Also, your voice is so relaxing. It is? Well, I'm glad it's that and not annoying. People used to tell me that my voice was annoying. So I'm glad that's changed. Although that was back when my voice was did not hit puberty yet, so I suppose that could be fair. This is Source 2 Filmmaker, by the way. Half-Life 1 or Black Mesa? Black Mesa, just because I like Source Engine more than Gold Source, mostly. Yeah, I personally like Black Mesa more other than that. But I don't think any one of them is better than the other. They all have their... It's very much subjectively better to me, but objectively I do not think Half-Life 1 is better because of the sort of leaps it made in technology and whatnot. You just sound like you're exhausted or high. I'm not either of those, but that makes me sound better, I guess. Who's your favorite Half-Life character and also why? Probably Barney Calhoun, because he's just a cool dude that I think I'd hang out with in real life. The most out of all the characters. I guess my second is Gordon Freeman, and then my third is Alex. What's that audio quality? My voice quality or the quality of G-Man's voice?
your only
Thank you, Sky Daddy, for the 10 Canadian dollars. Black Mesa doesn't even feel like Half-Life. I can see that. I can see that. It's not a bad feeling though. I think it feels cool in its unique way, but I agree that some parts of it don't feel like Half-Life. Zen doesn't feel like Half-Life at all. Black Mesa Zen, but I think the surface parts feel Half-Life enough, you know. Still good either way. Yeah, the G-Man voice. Half-Life 2, besides the first G-Man speech, has a really good audio quality in general. Hi, Komegatze. Hi, Tyler. Should I jokingly get Hunt down the Freeman? I would wait until the team currently working on it, which there is one, by the way, that's trying to fix it, would fix it first. Because it seems like they're actually making progress, but I would still wait. Because they might give up on it.
only experience.
It's already pretty much fixed, but not fun, though. I think they're adding fun as well, as far as I know, but I could be wrong. In the stream, the audio from your PC is screwed up, but your voice isn't. Is it? Oh, you mean like when I do this? Yeah, that's not the audio quality, that's called scrubbing. It makes it easier to understand the sounds that he's saying when he's speaking. So if I'm playing, watch, if I play this normally without scrolling through it.
There was a time they cared nothing for Miss Vance, when their only experience of humanity.
No, it's alright. I'm just trying to help you understand why that's not the case.
Only experience of only experience of experience.
Oops.
Experience. An only experience of but I had to wait until your
Going from an S to an O shape is kind of awkward. Oh, I see what you mean. Experience of... okay, because he needs to lip pucker. That's what it is.
Experience of
Just want to say you're unrecognized for your work. Keep on working and doing what you love. Have a good day till we meet again. Komegatze. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'll see ya. I assume that means you're leaving the stream. Just to see you animating G-Man ASMR, yes. Thank you, Tyler, for the $10. Have you considered creating like a kind of chronological series of animations with that depressing tone you gave Gwen Freeman, like the Gwen Freeman events, or events of Half-Life 2? No. It would be cool to make more shorts about it, though. Kind of like that. GD Pixels. I think I remember you from another stream. Hey. Just spilled my tea on my Half-Life t-shirt listening to G-Man ASMR. It's a sign. I don't know of what, but it's a sign. Tips to make animations more fluid. Keep practicing. Use reference. And, yeah. How regular are these animation streams? Not very. But they should be more regular. I'm thinking about maybe I should do them like once a week. I should do them more often than my game streams, that's for sure. I should do them more because when I did do them more, it was very motivating to do that. Like, even if I didn't get much done, like, during the stream, like, after it was done, I was motivated to do a lot more. Because when I'm doing it during the stream, it's kind of like, I'm a little distracted by the chat, which is fine. Don't worry about that. Keep chatting. But y'all seeing it and you know, putting in criticism or something like, hey, I noticed this looks kind of odd. That kind of thing is really helpful, especially to my motivation.
experience of early experience. Experience of
That's much better.
Experience.
There we go.
Experience of human experience of human. Of humans
Why would we give Valve more money? Because they're currently working on 2 Half-Life games right now. Music is... It's a synthwave mix from White Bat Audio. And it's copyright free, which means I should be able to use it in my stream without getting copyright claimed. Dog is the easiest to animate, clearly. What do you think about joining the dark side?
Humanity.
I don't have good enough food.
Of humanity. Of
How did you even get STFM? Well, my version is from Half-Life Alyx. They are? I didn't think they were working on any Half-Life games. If you look at the Dota 2 leaks, the main one, they're working on one that's really not that huge in development at all right now, but they are working on it, is HLX, which is supposedly some kind of Half-Life Alyx expansion or DLC type thing. And then, or some kind of another spin-off, kind of like Half-Life Alyx, but like it'll probably come out faster than Half-Life Alyx did because Half-Life Alyx already has like half the stuff they would need, like assets and just the tools itself. Because I'm pretty sure 90% of the work on Half-Life Alyx was just making it like gameplay-wise good. Because the story was rewritten in like 6 months before release. And the other one is Citadel, which is like... It's a game with a lot of genres, and supposedly it's Combine versus Rebels. RTS, FPS, VR, desktop game, which nobody knows how it's supposed to play or what it even looks like, but we've got leaks of it and Dota 2 updates. Well, Eric Robal came in super crunch time to spice it up. Yeah, they're like, hey, our story sucks, can you like come back? And then they're like, Eric's like, oh yeah, sure. And then they rewrote the story within 6 months. Like, Half-Life Alyx was like good gameplay wise, but it like sucks story wise apparently. Or maybe it didn't suck, but I heard it was like too depressing. Like the playtesters were like, yeah, I love the gameplay, but like this just makes me sad.
the experience of human.
So they like redid a lot of the levels and, or not redid them, but repurposed a lot of them and then redid the story within 6 months, which is crazy. I wonder like what it would have looked like if they had the vision of the current story from the start, you know?
Experience of human. Of humanity. human, human, human.
Do you guys afford a VR for HLA? I save up money, save up extra cash. Just put like a little bit of money at a time in this stuff. Also, just be good with spending money, and then you can spend your money on stuff like that. Like, 90% of the things I spend money on is groceries. And like absolutely necessary stuff. And some Steam games, but that's aside the point. I should spend less money on Steam games, to be honest.
Human.
Oh yeah, that's smart. I'm gonna join your Discord. Cool. Never read episode 3 in case they use elements from it. They'll probably try their best to use no elements from it since everybody knows it. Because they don't want people to be like, oh, I saw that in episode 3. Like, they'll probably put in as much new stuff except for the stuff that we already knew would be somewhat true from episode 2, what it told us in the rest of the Half-Life 2 stuff. Also, Half-Life Alyx like already changed a lot of episode 3, so retconned some stuff. They might have used the same story if or a very similar one instead of retconning it if Mark Layla didn't leak that, but who knows? That's something only like writers like Eric Wolpaw and I can't remember. I think there's another guy. That's something only they would know, and they probably will not tell us whether the change was due to that or just because they wanted, or just because like Half-Life 2 Episode 2 kind of put them at a dead end. But I don't know. Jay Pinkerton, that's right. Sorry, Jay. Didn't mean to forget you. You did a good job. Except Alex Vance is very boring as a character in Half-Life Alyx. Very one-dimensional. Please do better next time on her.
The experience of humanity was a creation of human and
Next time, haha. What if I told you they're working on 2 Half-Life games right now?
of human.
That's not me just making up stuff. There's leaks. Whether they're gonna finish them or not, they are making them.
The sense of humanity was of human.
Please do a Doom Eternal style animation where Gordon Freeman is the Doom Slayer. I have not. I've only played Doom 1 as a Flash game. I usually do not. Metal Gear Rising is an exception, but I usually do not do game crossover animations unless I've played the game already. Wasn't it kind of implied by how Kleiner talked about the Borealis they would end up using it instead of destroying it? I mean, they'll probably keep the parts that were, like, possible. But I don't know. see. Valve has always been making Half-Life games since 2 came out, but yeah, Half-Life Alyx came out. So they can release a Half-Life game at this point. Oh, hey, Funny Wes. Animations are the best, thank you. Wordle X HL. People have already done that already. Not that I can't do it because of that, just... I like Portal and Portal 2, but it's not nearly as interesting as most of the stuff I want to animate.
Of humanity, variance of humanity, humanity.
If you want to know if it's really him, I'm pretty sure you can check his... World 2's peak, though, at least game-wise. Yeah. Still enjoy a lot of other games more. You can just go to his channel. You can click on the 3 dots next to his comment and go to channel. There's your answer. Yes, it is the real one. I guess you're too lazy to look, guys.
Variance of humanity.
Oh, my bad.
Of humanity. Of humanity. Of humanity.
What is a Funny Wes? Funny Wes is a funny voice actor.
Of humanity.
This is detail? Yeah. I'm gonna go buy Half-Life Alyx now. If you're doing it for a Source 2 filmmaker, I wouldn't. Probably not. Like, I want to recommend it for a Source 2 filmmaker, but a lot of people are like, yeah, don't use it. Don't, like, buy... Don't, like... If you're gonna buy it for a Source 2 filmmaker, at least wait till a sale. It goes, like, $30 instead of $60. Every once in a while. Hey, Funny Wes, you want to see what I got so far in this animation? As a whole?
Eternity was a humanity was a
Would never buy Half-Life Alyx for full price, period. It's worth it if you actually want to play it. I could play Alex. It looks really fun. Yeah, I hope you get enough money to get a VR headset, at least. Switch it so you can see the lighting.
Dr. Freeman. I realize this moment may not be the most convenient for a heart-to-heart, but I had to wait until your friends were otherwise occupied. There was a time they cared nothing for Miss Vance, when their only experience of humanity was a crow.
That's what I got so far. If I would already have to pay $500 plus. I'm not sure if it still is, but Oculus Quest 2 at least was $250. And that's the one I use. I think it's going back up to like 300 or something, but or like 350 or something like that, because Facebook is actively losing money because they just got the headsets so that people could actually play VR games on the Oculus Store, and now that like almost every household has one at this point, like at least every other one, then they can be like, okay, well now we don't have to keep selling headsets for really cheap. That's sick. Thank you. Only experience of humanity was a crow. Hi, Grandmaster. Actually, it's meta. You should. He. Hold the line.
Humanity was humanity.
You know that video where I had Travis Touchdown say the animated when he says what was the line? It was like, how about kill yourself after you kill me? That got muted on TikTok. When I posted it on TikTok, that audio got muted. So people are just seeing Travis do the funny pose and him saying something, but they will not know what he says. I don't think I'll get banned for saying it here, though.
Humanity.
TikTok censors are crazy, yeah. You know, I saw this video that, like, kind of, like, blew my mind, because, like, oh, that makes sense. You know how, like, China owns, TikTok, right? Apparently, on China's, like, side of TikTok, they reward Chinese TikTokers for like posting stuff like engineering or science stuff, like stuff that they want to encourage like youth in their country to do. And then like on like America's side of TikTok, they're like rewarding TikToks of people doing like absolutely like worthless, useless stupid stuff. And that's kind of like scary because of how many people have TikTok. Yeah, social credits, yeah. That's like, holy crap, they were rewarding us for being dumb.
The experience of humanity
And rewarding their country for doing intelligent things. Like, oh my goodness.
Of humanity.
Like fake cooking, yeah.
Experience of human.
Or like, I think there's this video I saw where someone was like, "Oh, this is how you clean your toilet," and apparently they used the right materials to create napalm. They didn't know, I guess. I can't believe people can be on TikTok for hours at a time. Yeah, it takes me like scrolling through like 3 videos to be like, all right, I'm done with this. There was times where it was hard to pull away, and I was like, dang, people were right. That infinite scroll do be like holding me to stare at my phone. It sucks, but it's easy to fall into it. Yeah, yeah. $900 social credit for you, yeah, or 9,000.
Humanity was a
Do you have do you have an opinion on my SFM animations, by the way, if you've seen them, though? I've seen a few. Let me refresh my memory. Do you label them as SFMs? Oh, you do. Okay, so those probably aren't in your mods. Good.
Oh, and before I forget...
I don't know how long you've been animating, but it's not that bad. I like the blue shift joke and cheese.
I've got to get back on my...
It's not bad at all. It's pretty good.
Before I forget...
And for the style you're going for, it's extremely good as well. I don't think I've seen this one.
Excuse me, Professor Brainiac, but I worked in a nuclear power plant for 10 years, and I think I know how a proton accelerator works.
Well, please come down and show us.
All right, I will. There, guys.
That's funny. Yeah, these have like a strong like style to them, so if you wanted me to say like how good they were like realistically, when you do it realistically, I think it's pretty good. I can't exactly account for like the stylized stuff because I don't really do that much myself. But I like them. Do you have any canceled SFM animations? Yeah. They usually do not have enough progress in them to like even show anything mostly. So this is how SFM looks like. S to FM, yes. After the release of FNAF Security Breach entirely, it's for children under 12 years old. I don't think it would be like that if it wasn't. Thank you, Punchline. I didn't realize you were still here. Appreciate it. How the heck did he get through that if he was timed out? He got one through. Oh, he accidentally timed out Mr. Cheese. That's what happened. Can you... Is there a way to untime out him? 'Cause that is unfortunate. Let's see. You cannot take him out of timeout. Okay, apologies, Mr. Cheese. He meant to hide the spammer. I'm sure if I had a bot, it would find a way to do that. I wish it would have like commands, but I don't think there are any in the YouTube chat. So sorry, Cheese, you'll be untimed out within 200 seconds. He did not do anything wrong. It's just a mistake. Misclick, so.
Humanity was a crow.
I'm gonna have to fix this later because that looks super odd.
Humanity was a
I just can't like humanity. Okay, that's gonna have to. The reason it's like that is because he needs to use his tongue, and I haven't animated his tongue yet. I'll come back to it though. It was a misinput, guys. Misinput. It was a misinput.
humanity was a crow.
What inspired you to start animating? Probably as far back as watching Golden Age Disney movies and seeing what were they called? Was it Flipnote Studio on the Nintendo DS or DSi? Is that what that's called on there? It's the one where you can do pixel art animations. Or I guess it's like so low res it has to be pixel art. I think I tried animation on Flipnote, but I was very bad at it. I did end up making stick nodes animations before I did 2D drawing animations, and I wish I knew where those were, but I think they're gone forever. And it wasn't me that deleted them, I think they were just on an old phone that broke. unfortunately.
Humanity was a crowbar. Crow.
Mr. Cheese is the new beef stew. What does that mean? Sticknodes is like EA for animating? Why? I like Sticknodes. What's EA about? When I hear EA for but something but EA, it means it's bad, usually. I think there were some kind of microtransactions in there, but it wasn't bad. I know they had Sticknodes Pro. Sticknodes and Sticknodes Pro, but the Pro version was good. I didn't feel like it was scamming me out of my money. Face reveal? I've already done that. I think it was a person Etika accidentally banned on stream and was never able to unban them. Oh no. Oof. NVC, are you like caught up with the live stream? How far back is your playback? Because I think you just responded to something I said like 10 minutes ago, and he's probably not going to hear what I said. Hold on. It's living in the past, yeah. Thank you, Piss McNugget, for $20. Dang. Okay. I appreciate it. You didn't put a message with that? Alright. It's like 6 minutes ago, yeah. Man's thought he was live. Welcome to the future, yeah. Dollar menu Piss McNugget goes hard. Yeah, I don't know about that. Just joined. What are you animating? This is what I'm animating.
Dr. Freeman. I realize this moment
A lot of
may not
donations
be the
today.
most
You guys.
convenient for a heart-to-heart, but I had to wait until your friends were otherwise occupied. There was a time they cared nothing for Miss Vance, when their only experience of humanity was a crowbar coming at them down a steel corridor.
That's what I'm working on.
The sense of humanity was a crow.
Future. Thank you, Nehemus, for the $9. I have $9 dues. Now you can finally pay that guy that guy and some extra for that dog rig. Oh, nice. Okay. I wish there was a way I could just like pull the $9 out of the screen and just hand it to THG. I'll have to just give him $20 and then.
Humanity was a
It's good lip sync. Thank you.
crow. Was a crowbar.
Punchline, if you're still there, we need to play Rain World. Damn it.
Power Crow.
Rain World tomorrow. Let's go! Let's go! Good. Got pinged. Why did I get pinged? Okay. That's stupid.
Crowbar. Crowbar. Bar.
I'm underrating the G-Man that's sexy. Isn't the G-Man like 60? He is, but he kind of looks younger. I have no attraction for him, but I will say he is more attractive than he was like objectively than he was in Half-Life 2. Yeah, also I'm sure immortality will do that to you, make you look a lot nicer than your age. He's probably like hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years old actually, but should probably just base his age on how old his visual age on how old the guy who was the face for G-Man was in that initial face reference in Half-Life 2.
Bar. Crow. Bar.
You have your stream music in a Spotify playlist or something? Here, I'll link you it. That is not a playlist. I do have a music playlist, but it's all like 90% of it is copyrighted stuff. I'd love to play it, but I can't because of that. But I am listening to, it's like a, I just linked it. It's is it? There it is. It's a synthwave chillwave mix by White Bat Audio. Share it anyways, it just did. It's right there in the live chat.
Bar. Bar.
At the playlist. Oh, my that might be privated. I'm not sure. Can check. It is privated. I might share it. Just letting you know, my music taste is like all over the place. Like literally everywhere. Talking early 2000s music, 90s music, 80s music, freaking video game OSTs, anime OSTs. I think I could share this. I'll make this unlisted. How do I share this? Where's the share option? Oh, there it is. There we go. That's my music playlist that I listen to most of the time. Never trusted motherfuckers. Playlist is organized. Yeah, mine's organized by the first time I've heard it, usually. Mine's like, oh, I like this song. Adds the song to the playlist. And that's what order it's in, basically. I have that playlist, so I stopped listening to new songs and way too much, and like hating them. If Half-Life didn't exist, what would your channel be about? It's a good question, actually. I'd probably be making some Team Fortress 2 stuff. Maybe I'd get into Metal Gear earlier, and maybe I'd be making animations on that. I'm not sure. I'm sure I would have found a similar game. Or something. I might not be doing Source 2 filmmaker animations. If not for Half-Life. What if Valve gave you early access to Half-Life 3 and that's TF2 DLC? Well, first of all, they wouldn't, because... Actually, they would. Valve, you can trust me with your leaks. I will surely not leak them. If I was hired at Valve, though, I would not actually leak their stuff. I would like to keep that job. Because Valve sounds kind of cozy. To be honest, this is a job. This is a sustainable job, so I'd want to actually actively keep that. So, guys, if I did get hired at Valve, you would not be seeing Half-Life 3 stuff, even if they were working on it. And that's not as a joke to be like, oh, Half-Life hire me. Or Valve hire me. That's like, I'm actually serious about that. No musica? Did it stop? No, it's still going. Just quiet. Going to bed now. Good night. Alright, see you, Rarity Lawyer. If you were hired at Valve, I think you would do the trailers for them. That would be awesome. I would never want to work at Valve. The social hierarchy, which seems like hell. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There is that issue of your word doesn't really matter unless you've been at the company for like more than 5 years. Is it copyrighted? No. I'll link it again. Or it's not supposed to be. It says not, and I don't think WhiteBat Audio would lie about that.
Bar. 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 Coming.
Someone tried telling me to move to another project I have no interest in. I'd be like, F off and do it yourself. Yeah, you would probably be fired for that because they'd tell you, hey, work on Dota 2. Yeah, that would be like my biggest fear if I was hired by Valve, is for them to tell me to work on Dota 2. Like I would rather how about Ricochet 2? Let me work on that. Okay, I played Dota 2 for like an hour and I almost fell asleep. Is there a tip for getting a girlfriend as an animator? I would not know. I would not know. Have you been watching Samurai's YouTube channel? I don't know who that is. You talked about how as a game dev you're gonna get assigned to crap you don't want to work on, you just gotta deal with it. No, I understand some of that. But Valve like works on multiple games at a time, so I think it would be a bit more annoying to me. Like if I worked out of the company and they're like, okay, we only have the resources to work on like 1 or 2 games. We kind of want you to work on this, then I think I'd be fine with that. But since Valve is working on like 2 Half-Life games, like imagine Valve has 2 Half-Life games, Team Fortress 2, I don't know, maybe some other unannounced game in progress, CSGO, and they make me work on Dota 2 out of all of those, I'd be like, why?
Coming at them. Bar. Coming. Coming.
You, wait, hold on, let me scroll it, because I think I missed some stuff. Bro, I actually have one. No offense, though, because I'm also bitchless. So true. Animator kind of The animator GF would be kind of cool, except we would both be broke. How do you render the animations through image sequence, like SFM, or is it actual videos? I do image sequence. Because it's less compression, higher, or not higher resolution, but yeah, less compression. Scott here, what's your workflow for these kind of animations usually? For like lip syncing, like I'm doing right now? Oh, Samurai Sakurai. Oh, okay. I didn't see that. I guess short animations. Use reference. If you're struggling, use tutorials. What helps me is that I go in that Reddit SFM Discord and I post my work in progresses in there, and people give criticism for that, and that helps. Where's Mr. Cheese? Is he safe? Mr. Cheese, are you there, or did you leave? Mr. Cheese, you shouldn't be timed out anymore. We're so sorry. Mr. Cheese, he's still alive. Cheese, are you there? Cheese is gone and you've killed him. Jesus, sorry. No, Mr. Cheese, we're so sorry. So sorry, we're so sorry.
Coming at them. Coming.
Mr. Cheese. Guys, I know what you want to say in the chat. Do not say it. I'm watching you. Do not say it.
Coming. Coming at them.
Three D animation is more easy than in 2D animation. Depends on what you're doing and your skill level. I think overall 2D is more difficult because you kind of have to recreate every frame from scratch. But 3D is like easier for animating in a 3D space. Just animating your characters to look like they're in a environment that isn't completely flat. They both have their strengths and weaknesses as far as, and like in 2D you can kind of like do it with whatever you want, like without any like graphical limitations, except that it's not actually 3D. What G-Man look like with a beard? You can quickly put that into, well actually, here's what we'll do. It's funny, he actually There's this one I found on Reddit. Sorry guys, you're gonna have to look at Reddit for a second if you want to see this, but he looks like Nick from like Left 4 Dead here. Is this? What? Copy. Paste. There you go. Saying earlier in Discord about I couldn't post any of my art. I actually have one piece of art that I can post. Oh, good. Yeah, he looks like Nick from Left 4 Dead. He does look more like a handsome feller with a beard as well. Can we get much higher? Have you thought about picking up... I think I've seen this before. Have you thought about picking up Gordon Freeman after Delac? No. Not really. Yet another IP bragger grabber. It is not! It is not! Sorry, I'm looking through Discord. Give me a second. Oh, I see the artwork. That's nice. Cool. They're looking like Giga Chad. He really is. Yeah, I would rather yeah, like just pick up Gorgeous Freeman than see what anyone else continue it, because I don't think there's no one that can do it like he does. And making something in the style of that series though, or not your cup of tea? Not necessarily. To the fact that it has no face. Once you get practicing doing faces, I think faces are super fun.
Coming at
But poses I think are kind of funner. Or more
Coming-
funner. That's funner's not a real word. More fun.
coming at the coming at coming at them down coming at the
No More Heroes, what about it? Bro, when will No More Heroes come out on Steam? When will it do this? It's come out at least, you know, at least showing on the store pages of every other platform. Is it on is it? I heard it was on Windows 10 store. Or the, what was it, Xbox? No, hold on. Microsoft store, that's where it would be. Is it on the Microsoft store? Still be getting it on Steam, but I wanted to check. So that means the PC version isn't ready yet if it's not here. No More Heroes. It is not. All it is showing me is Spider-Man, I guess. Do you plan on making Half-Life themed animations using Black Mesa assets? If they all get ported to Source 2, sure. The OG Half-Life assets, probably not.
Coming at them down, coming at them. There was a time they cared nothing for Miss Vance, when their only experience of humanity was a crowbar coming at them down the
Super flattered by one of my friends, though. I did it because they said shading was pretty nice, even though I made it purely using Airbrush tool and GIMP. Shading almost makes it look like a 3D. Oh, that isn't 3D. I actually thought it was. Huh. Cool. Why is the right side of his mouth slightly higher than the left? It's done on purpose to create, I believe it's called asymmetry. It's the animating episode 2 speech, yeah. It's the when people's mouths actually do that in real life when they talk. If you do that and don't like think too hard about you doing that, that's something you actually do. So your one side of your lip is almost always raised ever so slightly higher than the other side. Have you ever played Tuhu? No. I like the animations the community's made with it though. I've seen some of those. Think someone's already done that? Episode 2 root speed? Yeah, they have. How many years till Half-Life 3? I wish I knew. Probably closer than we think. Personally.
Coming at them down.
I'm gonna say within the next 10 years.
Coming at them down. Coming at them down.
Be ridiculous if they didn't in that time. It's already ridiculous for with how long it's taken for them to still not do it, but yeah.
Mount them down, down.
Did you use Blender before? Yeah.
Coming at them down a steel column.
Let's see, when should I stop animating?
Bar.
Or at least streaming
Come
it.
bar.
I'm thinking pretty soon. How long have we been streaming? 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Humanity was a crowbar coming at them down a steel corridor.
I think that's a good part to stop, like right there. A bit.
Down a steel corridor. A steel steel.
Hello, Kome. Hello, Combine Half-Life 2. What type of woman are you like? You like or into? It's an oddly personal question. Not too sure. Attracted to Lamar arm. I mean, I'll answer it. I mean, it's not really specific. It's just more attracted to someone who is physically fit. Hopefully someone who does not know me from my YouTube channel. I mean, I would say looks attractive, but I mean, that's like, that would be kind of obvious.
Police them down a steel. Police them down a steel. Police steel corridor.
Do you like him with glasses? Sometimes. I mean, I wear glasses, so. I don't think I have a preference either way with that usually.
A steel corridor. Police down a steel corridor. At them down a steel corridor. Steel corridor.
2023 is over in 6 months. Let's go.
Steel corridor.
What's your sex?
Steel corridor down a steel corridor.
The only thing has made it bearable is my friends. I don't know what Chad's talking about women. In VC, you censoring women sounds like bitchless talk.
A steel.
Just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not one too much to talk because I ain't got any either. Might be in the negatives though instead of 0.
Down a
Amazing, good work, thanks.
steel.
What'd you think of a game/mod of Gordon escaping and fighting his way out of the same prison G-Man was at the end of the Chile? That'd be kind of cool. I'd rather, I know there's a mod for this already, but something like that mod where you have to fight through all the Zen enemies that G-Man sends at you if you pick the bad ending. I think I'm done with making the Half-Life 2 mirrored mod I'm doing. Oh. I didn't realize you were the one making that. Like, done as in, like, you're canceling it? Oh, mod DBB. Oh, damn. I might actually just straight up play that if it's playable by the time I finish this. I might stream a bit of it too. Deadass.
Corridor.
Our game is flipped very weird, yes. Which one do you like more, Half-Life 1 or 2? 2, definitely.
Corridor. Corridor.
Black Mesa was cool, but there's not much else you can do with it. The Half-Life 2 is a lot more creative freedom. And they use that creative freedom a lot.
Corridor.
Because there's only so much you can do with Black Mesa to be like, oh, well, here's another scientist that did a thing. I remember people being like, oh, Half-Life 2 should have been more like Half-Life 1. It's like, not really. Black Mesa was literally blown up. What else could they have done with it? Besides the, like, what? Opposing force, blue shift, decay, all that. I guess signal lost, you know? You had to do something different. And different they did, and it was good. Was there ever a moment you've walked out an SFM project because it was too complex? I did that on one I ended up coming back to. I guess it wasn't too complex. I just had a lot of trouble with it, and then I came back to it and I was like, oh, I shouldn't have had this much trouble with it. Cruise City, I hope will be fun. That one looks cool. Oh, Black Mesa Blue Shift looks awesome too. You know who's MTB? Not familiar.
Steel corridor. A steel corridor.
If you played Entropy Zero, yeah, and I streamed it. I streamed Entropy Zero 2 as well. They should be in the Komegatze stream archive playlist. It should just be a public playlist. Black Mesa Cry of Fear? Like Cry of Fear on the Black Mesa engine? Source, a version of Source, that'd be cool, yeah. Or it should just be on Source. I guess in general, not Black Mesa's version, because that would be kind of strange to be. Black Mesa Brutal. Oh, was that what you were talking about? Or no? MTB. I don't know what. You still haven't said what MTB is. Let us see the whole whip before you go. It's not quite done yet. Or I'm not quite to the part, I think. Or maybe.
When
Oh, I guess I am. I might stream NVC's mirrored Half-Life 2 mirrored mod later. I also want to play that mod where like the day-night cycles are swapped, so like you know, Half-Life 2 starts and ends at like morning time or something, and then like what section? Oh, Ravenholm is like daytime but foggy. That'd be kind of sick. You played Entropy Zero yet? Yeah, I said I did. What happened to that mod? I think it's out. Or at least whip. Hold on. I think, what's his name made a, Lambda Gen made a video on it. Hold on. Yeah,
A bunch.
it was called like
me. This
it was like Dark Life 2 or something. Oh, it's a demo version. Okay. I guess it's called Dark Life 2. Oh, I guess not in the morning. The beginning and end of the game would take place at night, and then, or just whatever would be at night would be during the day, and vice versa. Yeah, it's just a demo for now. I bet it'll come out pretty soon. You played Getting Over It? Yeah, and I got bored, so I refunded it. This really not a post? Is this really a normal animation of the episode 2 speech? Yes it is. Let me pause the music. Half-Life 2 beta was more darker. Yeah. Well, it's not beta, it's just Half-Life 2, but nighttime.
Dr. Free.
Oh, let's do it with the lighting. There you go.
Dr. Freeman. I realize this moment may not be the most convenient for a heart-to-heart, but I had to wait until your friends were otherwise occupied. There was a time they cared nothing for Miss Vance, when their only experience of humanity was a crowbar coming at them down a steel corridor.
There you go. Whitewash G-Man? He's already white, what do you mean? Facial animation's so good. Thank you. This looks great so far. Thanks. Are you redoing the backgrounds of the environment as well? Yes. Hold on. Actually, before I go, I'll show you that stuff. Let's see. Episode 2. I might have to, like, redo some of it. Or not redo some of it, but some of the maps I might have to add more to, because I don't think they have enough detail. What would this map be called? Nope. Nope. Oh, what's that? Gort. Nope, okay. E-Man. Here it is. Here's one of the maps. Yeah, I think I need to add more detail, but there it is. I don't think I've made an. I did make. What was it? Oh, humanity was a bit off. Yeah, I need to animate the tongue because it looks weird if I don't. What was it? Just call it episode 2. Oh, no. What was it called? Is it Fort? Okay. I think it was the one called New. I don't know which one's which. I'm gonna think it's New because I think I removed all this foliage and stuff. I hope it's this one. Yeah, I think it is. Oh, I don't remember if this has lighting or not in it. No, it doesn't. How hard is to port source models to source 2? Easier than it is to port models to source as far as I know. It's not bad. So here you go. I recreated the victory mine mostly from scratch. I use, like, this is an episode 2 model. But, yeah. This is what I'm using for the animation. And I get done with it. So I have it mostly fleshed out. Like there's some areas all the way back here that's kind of just like, oh, I just put a hole here because there is one there, but not necessarily had to actually flesh it out because you don't actually go back there. So here's where Gordon would be standing during that speech. Goes Dr. Freeman. Oh. So I'm pretty proud of it. I actually made most of this in a week. This map. I don't know if that if it shows that it's more or it's better, but I'm fairly proud of it. I think some textures are still from episode 2. Like I think this wall texture is from episode 2. And these are from episode 2. Yeah, it looks like a Portal 2 level, probably because it was based off of a source level. Because it doesn't have lighting right now, so it's much lighter, like a Portal 2 level. Mapping flushed. Okay. Alright. Well, looks like old aperture with film, right? Yeah, kinda. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm pretty tired. It's like 11:30 p.m. We made some good progress. I'm pretty proud of, let's see, the amount we did was this much.
There was a time they cared not.
That's so 22 to 36. That's about 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So that's about, may have miscounted because I'm really tired, but I think that's about 19 seconds.
Was a time they
2, 3, 4, 5,
and they're
6,
all
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Oh, wait, not 19. I was looking at my first hand like it's my second hand. Like as if my no, 14. I'm dumb. My bad. It looks so glassy. That's because the lighting is turned off. It's on a full bright mode. This is what it looks like normally. Like how it should look like when it's done. If you cannot tell whether your post is NSF artwork is NSFW or not, I suppose you can DM it and be like, "Is this all right?" Like, if you can't tell, like, if it's a little suggestive, I'll allow it. But like, if it's like literal nudity, then no, don't post that. I was looking at that videos through Discord. So there you go. Give me more attention. All right, here's your attention, Squidman 6000. None of them are outright nude, but like, I mean, people have posted suggestive stuff in the art channel before. Just like DM me it. And I'll decide whether that's okay. All right. Excuse me. I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all the donations as well. That really means a lot to me. That you guys think that my stream is good enough to donate to, or that my animations are at least. So, yeah, I'll see you later. If there's a Discord server, yes. It may not be linked in my stream, but it is linked on my animation videos, so you should be able to join through that. Oh, but I'm entering right now. Sorry, dude. Gotta come in earlier. It's like 11:30 p.m. This is getting pretty close to my bedtime, so uh anyways, yeah, enough stalling. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna end the stream before any